People now call me Elena Cruz and say I'm a strong woman, but I wasn't always this way. I felt weak, scared, and lost at one point. I found out that you are not naturally strong. Pain, hard work, and love are all things that make you strong. I lived in a little town when I was young. It was slow and easy to live there. Everyone knew each other. Dad fixed cars for a living, and Mom sold home-cooked food at the market. We weren't very wealthy, but we had enough to live on. Love was the most important thing. Elena, life isn't always easy, but if you keep going, you will find a way. That's what my mom always told me. I didn't understand what she said at that time. I had a dream when I was young. My goal was to become a teacher. I loved reading and learning. I wanted to teach kids new things and help them. Life had a different plan for me than what I thought would happen. I met a guy named Ryan when I was 21. He was sure of himself and had big plans. He talked about getting ahead, traveling, and having a better future. I felt excited about life when he talked. I quickly fell in love. I know now that I missed a lot of small danger signs, but when you love someone, you only see the good in them. We got married after a year. The wedding was small and easy. I was happy and hopeful. I thought my new life would be lovely. Things were fine at first. In the city, we lived in a small room. Ryan had a job, and I worked at a daycare. It was fun for me to work with kids. I felt good when they smiled. My life changed again after 2 years. I had a child. The best day of my life was when my son was born. He was really little and soft. As I held him close, I felt something very strong in my heart. We gave him the name Leo. Leo became my whole world after that. Soon after, life put my promise to protect him and give him a good life to the test. Ryan began to change when Leo was 3 years old. It started out as little things. He got home late, he did not talk as much, he seemed tired and far away. He told me, "I'm just tired." He made me want to believe him, but something wasn't right. Over time, the space between us grew. "Ryan, are we okay?" I asked Leo one night after he was asleep. Just then he spoke up. "I'm not happy anymore." What he said hurt me a lot. "This is our family," I said in a soft voice. He turned away and said, "Leo needs us." He said, "I feel trapped." That was the start of the end. After a few weeks, I woke up one morning and saw something odd. His bag wasn't there. A lot of his clothes were gone. My heart began to beat quickly. I called him. After a short time, he answered. "Ryan, where are you?" I asked. There was no sound. He then said, "I'm sorry. I can no longer do this." "What about Leo?" My voice was shaking as I asked. After saying, "He will be fine," he hung up the phone. My life fell apart right then. I was stuck in the room and couldn't move. After that, I heard a small voice behind me. "Mom?" It was Leo. I quickly dried my tears and gave him a big hug. "Dad had to leave," I said in a low voice. He didn't get it, but he agreed. I was normal for him that day. I fed him food, dropped him off at daycare, and then went to work. But I was broken on the inside. I sat next to the window that night and thought about what my mom had said. Keep going. I promised at that very moment, not for myself, but for my son, I would never give up. After that, things got really tough. I hoped Ryan would come back at first. My heart beat fast every time I called, but the days turned into weeks and then weeks into months. He didn't come back. I had to believe what was true. Even though I was by myself, life kept going. There were bills to pay, let Leo eat, dress, and be cared for. During the day, I worked at the daycare. I cleaned homes in the evening. I also worked at a small restaurant from time to time. It wasn't simple. I was tired all the time. It hurts my hands. My body hurt. When I felt weak, though, I would look at Leo sleeping and push myself to keep going. Leo began to ask questions when he was 5 years old. "Mom, where is Dad?" It broke my heart. I told him in a soft voice, "Even adults make mistakes sometimes." He asked, "Does he still love me?" I gave him a tight hug. "I love you more than anything," I replied. That was all I had to say. Years went by. Even though things were still hard, Leo became a nice and smart boy. They always told him nice things. I was happy and worried at the same time. It was always hard to get money. I skipped meals sometimes so he could eat better. I worked late some nights, but I never whined. I was very tired when I got home one night. Leo was ready for me, but I just wanted to rest. He told his mom, "Look!" I saw his test work. He got all A's. I smiled and hugged him. I told her, "I'm so proud of you." After that, he said something that I will always remember. "When I grow up, I will work hard so you don't have to be tired." What he said really moved my heart. I learned something important that night. All the things I gave up were not for nothing. Leo told me his dream when he was 15. He said, "I want to be a doctor." I smiled, but I was scared on the inside. It cost a lot of money, but I didn't show that I was scared. "If you keep working hard, you will find a way," I said to him. He worked harder in school than anyone else I knew of. His room light was always on late at night. After many years, he came home one day with a letter. "Mom, I got in," he told her. For a second, my heart stopped. "Medical school?" I asked. He said yes. My eyes were filled with tears. He did say something else, though. I was given a grant. I could no longer hold back my tears. It was worth all the pain and work. After many years, Leo graduated. I was in the crowd and watched him come on stage. I felt very proud. He wasn't a kid anymore. He was smart, kind, and strong. He gave me a hug after the service. He told her, "Mom, we did it." And he was right. We did it together. I now tell the truth when people ask me how I stayed strong. Love made me strong when I wasn't strong before, because you never give up on someone you love. That's my story, the story of a mom who always moved forward.